All right, time out is Kelsito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking a wine as... All right, now, this video gonna be for all my native women. So if you got women in your family and shit like that, y'all from down south and shit, y'all was in Indian country and shit, y'all mixed in or whatever. You know, I want y'all to be careful and understand what's kind of being played on y'all too at the moment, because this is kind of important. And I'm probably just gonna start doing more short form content upload too and stuff like that, because I already kind of do that with my tweets and stuff like that. But when it comes to the spirit that y'all naturally have, as far as, you know, the American spirit, how American females are not like any other females and stuff, and y'all history is different, especially y'all came from living, even inspiring European men to change his laws and things that make his women more free and more in government and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, and this is what they be trying to shame too, low-key, with they reverse psychology and shit like that. Low-key like it, but low-key whatever, just retarded, just silent. But anyway, when it comes to y'all spirit of, you know, y'all bossiness and being bossy as y'all are, that come from somewhere, you know what I'm saying? That's, so know that. Now what y'all got though on the internet is a bunch of infiltration, because due to assimilation and some of y'all actually having that bossy spirit naturally, and then you got women that ain't never had nothing that assimilated into y'all culture over time, that is taking that sentiment and making it a thing where they taking it too far for y'all and stuff. So y'all letting foreigners and stuff, because they may look like y'all, but y'all still gotta understand, this is why we gotta graduate a little bit from black and stuff and get into more into ethnicity and culture and background and stuff like that too, because that where rest your values and shit like that, and your and those are things that you hold dear in reality, to act out, you know, the natures of the natures of what was right, you know, for you and your actual spirit, beyond you being acting in survival of what you gotta do everything today that may just make you survive, but it don't necessarily help your mind, your mental, or your spirit, right? So when we get into you know, the females and stuff, y'all kind of being attacked and assimilated into culture. So that's why y'all questioning shit like, damn, should I do this? Because no, it's just people taking y'all energy and doing what y'all government, taking y'all government and just taking it a step further, low-key disrespecting it, and low-key calling y'all weak at how y'all doing it and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't have integrity or a strong, you know, man, whether it's a physical man, you know, man is thought. If you don't have a strong thought, you know, you can be easily swayed into hopping down some of these paths, you know, that may do more damage than you probably expected to, and that now you gotta live with a regret or something like that, because you was on the internet too much. So the internet right now is assimilation culture type shit. That's what they trying to push. White, black, you know what I'm saying? White, black. But this is what y'all gotta understand though, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got y'all own way of governing y'all own moral system that and y'all been in government and shit like that in here. That's why the women still survive and shit like that. They downsize more than men and shit like that, and wanted to keep y'all around and stuff like that, because y'all brought a certain energy to their women and stuff like that. That's why they just want to get rich and find a way to, you know what I'm saying, freak off y'all and stuff. But they never gonna be fulfilled, because they're not even getting the real original woman with that spirit. They're getting some synthetic version too, type shit, you know what I'm saying? They getting some synthetic version. So it's just a big thing of unfulfillment, you know. But this is important for y'all to know when it comes to how America is and why it is like it is. Why y'all don't gotta wear hairdresses and shit like that and hair wraps, you know. But y'all gotta you do have to distinguish between what part of that culture is you should be bossy, you know, for. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are getting mixed in with people that look like y'all, not necessarily ain't y'all, but they're talking like y'all because they're influenced by the government to cosplay. That's what the government teaches. The government comes over to steal, and they create a culture of America just to steal. You know what I'm saying? So white and black is stealing culture. And shit like that. It's just a way to steal. So you don't know who nobody is type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody was claiming who they was and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, it would be more of a cultural thing. So this was people trying to escape from certain religions and certain ideas and thinking they was above shit. You know what I'm saying? That's certain narcissistic qualities and things. But when it comes to you know, y'all, you know, the females and stuff like that, y'all can get confused in that portion of things from my perspective. God damn, what the hell now? Fucking blue lights and shit. But phone number. What up, phone number? Yeah, shit. But yeah, so that's why y'all can get confused, you know, when it comes to y'all just being influenced on y'all moral systems and we got this bossy power and shit like that. Why we ain't been? Why do I have a heart? You know, for a person. Why do I care so much? Why? You know, it's because y'all already run government. Y'all already in government. So it's just the better y'all know how to use it, you know what I'm saying, sharpen y'all 60%, y'all 60% feminine, but sharpen y'all 40% masculine qualities and shit, the more sufficient, you know what I'm saying, you won't be able to be rocked to sleep type shit and tricked out of a spot that could have been for you the whole time. You get what I'm saying? So even what I was saying too, like the Shakara Richardson situation, you know, she just being her and her being in survival mode on a percentage scale, right? We're just not discrediting her money, but still she gotta do that talent to provide for her lifestyle, and that lifestyle needs to be provided through the government system, and that's who colonized America. So like I said, you know, she can't wake up in the morning and things and get a loving history message about, you know, her astrology. Well, now she can, you know what I'm saying, with people like me online, but I'm just saying it's not widely promoted about how the moon, you know, may be in the first pocket of, you know, the horizon, which would be the Aries and shit like that. So the way she acts, it may be a little bit more moody, so she may need to watch out for that, you know what I'm saying? So but instead, like I said, she may just be getting all of these influences. I'm a bad bitch, I'm this, these niggas better not play with me and whatever, and she gotta have that on because of the situation at hand and the sense of government. So the government runs society by playing the faces. So she already the red, right? And so red, when we sense that energy, it's like alert. The Aries color is red. It's like, don't do that, right? When we already sense that energy, is that's what it is. Don't go towards the red stop light. You know what I'm saying? So that is already an alert of energy. Before we even get to the physical, we pick up on spiritual senses first. So when we saw that video, it looked like an alert thing. Now what you see who come de-escalate the situation is the lions. you know what I'm saying, the Leos, you know what I'm saying, the Jesuit intellect, you know what I'm saying, which is was running the system right now. And that is basically they showing up as the savior, or feeling like they can understand what stage you in, because stage is Leo too. So they just play out their energy and stuff, and it looks like, for the most part, based upon them de-escalating that situation and her having to submit to that, based upon her not wanting to go to jail or something like that, that red and that yellow creates an orange, and it looks like their painting version of how to get out of a situation. But you got to realize they caused the situation for her to be in that distress in the first place. So this is just little messages, part 2, I guess, of how, you know, women should be more alert on, you know, certain things, you know, especially like things like astrology, because y'all connected to the emotions first, and how not to get rocked to sleep by that. And that's just having strong people, people that's emotionally aware, even if you're not into astrology, people that's just, you know, spiritual people that you around, your grandma and them and stuff like that. They ain't gonna tell you no wrong, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. All right, yeah. But like for the most part, you know, don't let these foreign women, you know what I'm saying, because y'all see that they've been promoting that gender. If it ain't foreign, it's born, over the years. So this is a training thing. Y'all always got to think they're training y'all. They always building y'all up. AI, they've been showing AI movies, End of the World. Now we got the end of society as it used to be, as we know it, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is the government. This is what they do. They just play the energies out for y'all that we as the Indians, you know what I'm saying, gave them the manuscript for, and shit like that. All right, get your ass in the game.